Thank you, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, first I wish to acknowledge the honourable member for raising this very important question. I recall, Madam Speaker, that during the April sitting of Parliament, I did highlight in this honourable House on the implications of climate change and climate-induced disasters in Fiji, and particularly on the agriculture sector. Again, this is very important for obvious reasons, not only in terms of food and nutrition security, but most importantly, how it affects households and, of course, the agriculture sector's contribution to Fiji's economy, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in response to the question, let me highlight again before this Honourable House that way back in 2014, there was a United Nations World Risk Report. And in this World Risk Report, Madam Speaker, and this is where FAO is coming from, that's the partnership between Fiji's Ministry of Agriculture and the FAO. The report, Madam Speaker, the World Risk report of the UN in 2014 identified Fiji amongst the 15 most exposed countries to natural hazards. 15, Madam Speaker. Again, Fiji is amongst the worst affected and the most vulnerable when it comes to climate change and disasters. In the South Pacific region, Madam Speaker, alone, I know that Vanuatu tops this list. Vanuatu is the most vulnerable of all nations. But Fiji is amongst the 15 most vulnerable countries, Madam Speaker. And this involves the risk of cyclones, storm surges, flooding, and of course, the potential impacts of climate change. You would also recall, Madam Speaker, that in the Paris Agreement under the climate change agenda, we have launched what we call the Cornway Initiative. This is to address agriculture, particularly talking about climate smart and climate resilient agriculture, because food security is very, very important for all of us, given the fact that the United Nations also has identified that come 2050, we will need to feed an extra 10 billion people on this planet, Madam Speaker. And this is why the focus on resilience, which I will come to later, and of course this partnership with FAO. Again, based on this report, Madam Speaker, FAO is not only working with Fiji, but I know that they are have also identified some countries within the Southwest Pacific region to work on to address this issue, this common issue that we share, Madam Speaker. The partnership with FAO goes back a long time ago, Madam Speaker. And in the last 40 years particularly, we have been working very closely with FAO, not only to address food security issues, but most importantly, Madam Speaker, to help us in terms of our development initiatives as well, given the importance of agriculture to the economy of the nation. Madam Speaker, the project, the Government of Fiji, through the Ministry of Agriculture, and the Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, have decided to cooperate on a project to strengthen the climate resilience of communities vulnerable to extreme weather events. Madam Speaker, disaster will always be there, and it's part of our society. It's unfortunately something that we cannot avoid. But the best that we can do under the changing circumstances, Madam Speaker, is to prepare well, prepare better for the future, not only in terms of our development programs, but most importantly during post-disasters when we deal with recovery as well. And this House has heard a lot of times about the build back better, stronger concept, because this is what resilience is all about. It's about preparing the people, the nation better for the future. Madam Speaker, it focuses on food and nutrition security. I will not go into the details of food and nutrition security because health is a key stakeholder in this project, Madam Speaker, on food and nutrition security. Again, given Fiji's problems in terms of food and nutrition security, I think I've mentioned this also in this House, what they call the triple burden of malnutrition, which I believe, Madam Speaker, you are well aware of, one of the major issues in this country. The agreement was signed with FAO Director General, His Excellency Ossi Graziano da Silva, on the 34th session of the UN FAO Asia Pacific Region Conference, which we hosted in Fiji in Nadi from the 9th to the 13th of April. This project, Madam Speaker, is funded by the European Union, and the main implementing agency, again, is FAO in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture. Madam Speaker, this Pro-Resilience project aims to enhance national and local capacities to integrate disaster risk reduction in agriculture. And major efforts will be dedicated to strengthening communities' knowledge and means to identify and mitigate risks affecting food security. I'll just end, Madam Speaker, by saying that there are two key areas focused, and under these two major areas, we also have thematics within these two major areas. The first one, Madam Speaker, is on improved climate risk identification and management. For us to be effective, we need to correctly identify the risks that are involved. And the other thing, Madam Speaker, is how do we manage the risks? Like any other risks, Madam Speaker, risks can be transferred, risks can be reduced, risks can be mitigated, or risks can be managed. And this is what this program is all about, Madam Speaker. That is the first key result area, identifying the risks and the management of those risks, both at the national level, provincial, and village levels. Because of that, Madam Speaker, it involves the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry for Rural Development, meaning the NDMO, because that's the regulatory arm of disaster, and of course in terms of development as well, the Ministry for Rural Development itself. And other key agencies, particularly the food and food security cluster, Madam Speaker, under the disaster management arrangement that we have in Fiji. And the other key result areas, Madam Speaker, is just on climate smart and nutrition sensitive agriculture techniques adopted by the vulnerable smallholder farmers. We have identified the risk in the first key result area, and of course we need to learn to manage it. And of course, when it comes to food security, we need to look at climate smart and climate sensitive agriculture, and of course nutrition sensitive as well, given the fact that I've talked about the triple burden on malnutrition that seriously affects Fiji. I'll stop there, Madam Speaker, and happy to take questions. Thank you, Madam Speaker.